So, a normal Saturday morning. I'm about now to get outside and do my 1.5 hour run. Just have to show you something. The sun is just coming up. I'm just excited to get out, and since it's deload week, it's only 1.5 hours the long run today. Yeah, let's go outside. Okay, hi again. I'm showered now and fed and sitting outside on our terrace now, enjoying the sun, even though it's actually quite cold. But here in the wind shadow, it's actually very tolerable. And I just want to talk a little bit about my training week. My month has come back to a steady rhythm that I usually have, which consists of usually twice per week swimming, pool swimming. Then I try now, since I'm in the preparation of a 53 kilometer trail run in the beginning of June, I try to run 3 to 4 times per week. And I also include from time to time Stairmaster sessions. This week, or this past week, was a deload week, and I'm not good at having rest days. Just for my mental health, I usually need to do some kind of movement or exercise during the day. So on my rest day yesterday, I was doing some Stairmaster, where I reduced the speed to half the speed that I usually do. And so in half an hour, I only climbed about 50 levels. Ended up being mostly in zone, no, not mostly, 100% in zone 1. I started sweating. I was surprised I started sweating, but I never left zone 1. Yeah, and then I did a little bit of, afterwards, just a little bit of core exercise, and that was that. And I finished the evening off with some nice hot pot, so jacuzzi, ice tub, and then also a sauna session. Yeah, so that was my rest day yesterday. My rest day tomorrow, I'm going to do some kettlebell lifting, also with some elastic bands, just some activation exercises for the glutes. So that's going to be my off day tomorrow. And let's just go backwards. So yesterday was the off day on the Stairmaster. Today was my relaxed, not so relaxed actually, long run, but it didn't feel terrible. Like zone 3 was just nice. The day before, on Thursday, I was swimming, which was my usual normally coached swimming session. This week we were without a coach. It was just a good program, 2.4 kilometers. I'm still working on my freestyle technique, since that was a little bit turned over last year, where I wanted to tackle my ongoing, just always low-key shoulder pain. So I worked mostly on my technique and then did some fun butterfly sprints at the very end. We also had a little bit of backstroke and also some breaststroke, but it was mostly freestyle. On Wednesday, I went lifting. I had a weight session, and I try to have 2 weight sessions or strength and conditioning, call it whatever you want, during the week. And on one of them, I try to emphasize more plyometrics, and in the other one, I try to do maybe a few more core exercises, mostly back actually. But it's depending on the location, if I'm training at home or if I'm at the gym, what different exercises I can do, like with the equipment that I have available. So on Wednesday, I actually achieved a PB in deadlifting. That was kind of cool. So I, for the first time, managed to load the 15 kilogram bar with 50 kilograms. So all in all, I lifted 65 kilograms. That was kind of cool, and I think I might have been capable of doing this already last year, but I think that it has to do something with the neurological connections, like how your nerves connect to your muscles, the brain muscle connection and activation of certain muscles. Yeah, and I think I'm not so much stronger than last year, because last year I struggled with, like at the end of last year, with 40 kilograms. And this year I basically went in January from 40 to 50 like nothing. And I found that really interesting because the 40 or 42 kilo or whatever I lifted last October seemed so difficult for me. And now the 50 kilograms are just like a breeze, almost. Not really. But I want to maintain this weight now for the next few weeks or even months, and strengthen my entire posterior chain with that. On Tuesday, I had a fun event with colleagues. We went doing archery in Reykjavik, and that was lots of fun. I used to, for just like roughly 1.5, barely 2 years, do some archery myself as a hobby. And I still have a little bit of equipment, so I used this equipment on this occasion, and yeah, I just enjoyed it. And in the morning, Tuesday morning, I just to not have my body forget how to run, I did a very short 4-kilometer wake up morning run. Yeah. On Monday, I started my week with swimming, which I did right during the training sessions of my kids. I usually try to use the time when my kids have training to train myself, just because my time is so limited. Yeah, and swimming on Monday is always just nice when you had a running heavy weekend before, like I had last weekend. Last weekend I ran on Friday, where I actually recorded some footage because it was just such an awesome weather, and I also was on a route that I usually do not run very frequently. That was kind of nice. And then I had the very long run the next day here on my usual paths that are even more traily and more, challenging. Not so much with height gain or anything, elevation gain, but just with, the underground. Yeah, so that was my training week. It was a nice, relaxing long run. I'm looking forward to my weight session tomorrow. I'm continuing now with sunbathing. Like, I have to admit that my right hand is now starting to freeze off here with the phone. So yeah, I'm going to continue picking up some sunshine, editing later when it's dark. Yeah, and I try to do more vlog-like style videos in the future, but I usually do not have the time to pick up the phone, and I never have a cameraman, a woman, with me to record me. So this kind of makes me gaining footage for a vlog actually difficult. I try to create maybe some more kind of vlog content in the preparation of this ultra trail run in June. Okay, thanks for watching if you have managed to come up to this point, and enjoy your day. Bye bye. I just want to add that it's very uncommon for January in Iceland to be able to sit outside in the sun like I do right now. Like, this is the total exception. I'm very glad that it's possible. I'm very glad that I can run so much outside. I posted a short just 2 weeks ago where I showed how the running conditions were last winter, like in the early months of 2025, and how I was forced to sometimes go from the track, even though there was a heated lane on the track, to go inside on the treadmill. But this year it was only necessary during the very darkest weeks of the year. And this is just very, very uncommon, and I'm very glad about this. I'm not complaining at all.